Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? Hope we're okay. Hope you're doing well. We're back out on the lake again. We'll come back to the same spot again as we did, well, the same lake as we did last night. And I really did rush to get that video out, so apologies, it's not my best work. But I was proud, I was happy, I was, so I wanted to get it out. I just want to show you. I don't know if actually Tony's put it on a rig. No. My bait from yesterday, the bait I used pretty much all day, got absolutely mullered. Absolutely mullered. It doesn't swim right anymore, so I need to order some more of them because, well, they worked on this water. Luckily, I know what they are. So I'm going to go with something, I'm trying to sort of stay in the same sort of lane colour-wise. So I've got I think this is also a Westin. No, it's not. But it's a sort of orange goldy roach. We've already seen signs of life in the swim. Tony's already out swimming, out fishing. Out swimming? No, fishing. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get out fishing. Tony is mic'd up this time. So you'll be able to hear her mumbling and muttering and, calling me an arsehole and everything like she normally does.
You mean talking the truth?
I can't hear you, they can. But yeah, I'm going to get up, I'm going to get out, I'm going to get fishing. I'm going for a sort of wide angle approach. I do know a lot of sort of lure fishermen taught to do a point of view, which you've also seen me do. But when it's Tony and I'm going to go for wide angle until we've sorted out both cameras, until we've got a second camera. So I'm going to set up the shot and I'll speak to you, well, in a few seconds. So what we've got here is we've got a weed bed here, we've got a tree line over here, and just off to the side we've got another tree line as well. So we're just going to play about with at the moment, the only fisherman down here. So we've actually got a lot of space to play with. So let's get fishing, eh? First one to lose the lure buys dinner.
To lose the lure?
Yeah.
Well, then you're buying dinner then, aren't you? I might have never caught a fish, but I've never lost a lure.
That is true. It is quite a peaceful way to start the day when you live the life we lead with 3 kids.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh.
Fuck off.
Come on.
I did get a bite, but I missed it.
I've got something.
I hope it's a bloody rock.
No, I've got something. It's not hooked. Have you got a smaller hook on?
I've got the same as what we had on yesterday, so I have no idea. I think it's
You
one
might
ounce.
want to go cast over there over me now. Because there's something over there. Go on. I want you to catch a fish, so go on.
Just because you want me to, don't mean I will.
Well, no, but not too close to the tree line. I was about 3 foot off it. Although every time I've done this, I've then gone to where you were fishing and caught.
Yeah? Well, I have been getting bites over there. They're just not taking.
Well, it might be worth downsizing then. There might be a lot of little fish. Or we might need weedless here. We don't know anything about this.
Come on, baby. You're just weed down there, aren't you?
You're getting bit. There is, yeah, there is a weed bed close in. Did you get bit?
No, it's just weed.
Okay. We'll swap back then if you want. It's up to you. Swirl right by my bait as soon as it goes in. Just cast over it. That was crap. Lots of fish, lots of swirling. Thought I had a bite then. Might want to change up to a smaller and creature bait, but we'll see how it goes. Just going to do some trawling along the edge. There's a particular stretch that I want to check out, so I'm not hanging about too much. Because I ain't got long before the sun sets. I just don't know. Should I go creature or should I go soft plastic fish? Or should I go spinner? I just don't know. With not knowing the bottom, I'm not going to go spinner because I don't like the chance of losing my only spinner. So we're definitely going to go jig head to start with. But I am tempted to try a worm. The water is slightly coloured. Let's take this Ricky the Roach off. And just recrush that barb a little bit more. So I don't like it. I don't think it's as crushed as it can be. That's better. This is Wakefield Angling Club waters, and Wakefield Angling Club requires barbless or crushed barbs. I quite like the looks of that one. Tony's bait. She said at the end of the session that she felt like she got hit. It really looks like she did. So that's now dead, so we'll take that off. Pop it in there. Yeah, she said at the end of the session it felt like she got crushed. Let's go with the yellow. Let's go with this green boy. If that don't work, we'll put a yellow on. It just looks a bit coloured. So I think we need a bit of contrast. Come on, there's nothing in the top box. There we go. Put this one on. Where are we? Yeah, it should be alright, that. Hook's going to come out. Where's the hook going to come out? There. Bit happier with that one. Let's throw this about a bit. See how it swims first. Oh, fish turning literally right beneath me. Right, I just need to cast because I've got a bit of a loop in my line. There. Didn't really want to cast that far, but I needed to take that loop out of my line. That's a snag. Is it weed? No, it's solid. We're out of it. I just got hit. See if I can entice it into taking again. Don't think so. Is it following me? No. There's loads of activity coming from up here, so we're going to fish that for a little while. We'll fish it with a few different lures. Oh, I don't like heights. It's definitely fish in the vicinity, so, but I'm getting pushed against the bank by the flow, so I might have to switch over to the other side. Oh, that's a bite. That's a fish. Feels like a good one as well. With its head shaking, I think it might be a pike. Yep. Right, okay. You slacking my drag off just a little bit. I'll have to get my net.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, and it's cut me off. Bugger. Lesson learned, get me net. Get me net. Get that set up. Before it gets too dark, I want to go over the bridge and have a look over the other side. That's why I've come here today. And to fish, obviously, but I just want to have a look. And then I'll come back over this side and I'm going to go the spinner. Unless something happens while I have a quick chuck about over there. Probably don't want to fish along there because that's going to be getting washed into the snags all the time. But it does look as though there's a path down here. Let's have a look. Yes. Yes, I'd say so. I would definitely say so. Providing I don't fall on my ass. Oh yes, I like it. Don't like that so much. Very slippy mud. Not kitted out for that. Bugger. Okay. Well, it's one to check out when it's not lethal. Alright, that's fine. And I think there's a wasp's nest. Let's get out of here. The path continues. However, perhaps there's a slightly less lethal mark peg down here somewhere. There's fish. There is fish. They're turning. But is there another way down? It's still a path. There is still a path. Let's keep exploring. Somebody's flattened it here, look. The problem is when you're a man of my stature, and you don't know what's solid. It's always a bit worrying. But let's see. I'm going to have to get a longer reach net, I think. I might have to go back to the canal, just because I'm not going to be able to safely retrieve. It's just not with an aim to catch any fish. I just want to see what the bottom's like. Feels clean, provided I'm on the bottom. Should have cast to my left, not my right, really. Yeah, let's just send it to the other side of me. Wasn't at all where I thought it was. There's fish turning just off to the side of me. But as I say, I can't properly land them. There's loads. I felt that hit bottom. Took a while. But it feels clean. Okay, walk a bit further. So I would be able to fish here with a longer net, that's for sure. But in the interest of fish welfare, I can't fish it right now. Go up further down. The path is continuing. This is something that somebody's walking quite regularly. You can clearly see a path. I think this is the last peg on the path from the looks of this, but it does look a lot clearer. Yes, I think I could retrieve. Oh, the path does continue. The path. Don't stray from the path. See, that's going to be slippery AF down there. Right now, down here. But if I need to, I can go down to retrieve a fish. There's a weir down there. I'd really like to get to the other side of the weir. The water's not all that murky. I wonder if I've got the wrong colour on for the river. It's very clear. At least to my eyes it is. Trying to get over the other side by those trees, but the wind is just preventing that access at the moment. Oh, come on now. Bloody nettles. Really don't want to take them off with my hand if I can help it. I'm going to have to. Almost. I've not got much faith in this colour combination. Whee! Don't want to persevere much further down this path because I know I'm going to struggle, but I'm going to have a little bit further.
I'd love to find out if I can get down past that weir, but I think I'd be better off going back down the canal and going over the other side of where I started to go down there. In fact, no, this path, it does go a little bit further, but not today. If I had everybody with me, if I had the missus with me and I could leave my gear and just go on foot and have a scout, then yes, but not today. How far away are we from sunset? About an hour. So I'll walk down the river a little bit, see if I can get to the motorway bridge before sunset. And before I go ass off a tit. So if that little area down here was dry, then I would stay there for a little while, but it's not dry. There's fish all over down there. No, well, that's right, you don't have fingernails. How do everyone? It's a different day. It's a bit obvious, isn't it? I've decided, I think, with this course fishing malarkey, that because I can get out so regularly and the catches around here are not frequent like they are in some rivers and things, that I'm probably going to put more than one day into each video, because an hour at a time, not going to produce lots of fish, and that's what you're here for. That's what you're here to see, and that's what I like to record. I like to record what caught fish, not what doesn't catch fish. So yeah, I brought the drone with me today. Hopefully going to get some interesting footage. But here's day 2 or 3, I think it is. I think I had a day with the missus where we filmed and we both blanked. I had a day where I lost a pike and caught a nice perch. So yeah, this will be day 3. I'll see you at the river or the lagoon or wherever we go first. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, usually that rock there, you can stand on it. I'll have a couple of chucks, make sure there's nobody going to come and complain at us this time. Say, I'm casting my lines over there, over 2 of the fucking pegs like a tool. Let her sink. Yeah. Hopefully we'll at least get a follow and it'll tell me whether or not to downsize my gear. But that's one for the way back. We'll fish going out, we'll fish going on bigger gear, and coming back we'll go to some new micro gear. See if we can't do some. Oh,
I can't see what's going on.
well, my fish is just there. And I just got followed into the weed. Indeed. That should have gone not there. That's not where I wanted it to go. That's not good. Get over here. All right, let's try that one again. You want to have a go? Show your face then, you little cow. Ah! I hate wearing this coat and fishing. And the buckles are right in my armpits on this bag. It's not exactly the ideal time of day, but if fish are hungry, they'll bite, I suppose. Looks pretty fish-like when you fish it when it's swimming, doesn't it? Yeah. That's the idea. You try. What you're trying to do is make it look like a fish that's in trouble, which it would be if you cast like that. Well, that's just killed this swim. So normally you see fish topping around here, but it's too early in the day, really. One more, and then we're going to move around to one of my more preferred areas. I mean, I have had 2 fish here, but there's some better areas. You're realising sort of how different this style of fishing is.
Yes.
There's no sitting around, there's no putting it in the water and leaving it. You're always on the move, you're always doing things. It's good exercise. In fact, I didn't put my watch on to track my activity today. I've forgotten. No follows, we'll move on. Thought I had a follow on that first one, but I'm not sure. Move on. Alright, keep an eye on that battery charge for me. Hey, well, at least I didn't miss catching a fish, I suppose. Do you want your book? No. See that? I thought the line was going to get caught in the propeller, then it actually went over the drone. That'd be drone gone. I ain't swimming out there to get it, it ain't worth it. If I could get it back. Number, oh no, I've lost count. 3 or 4, is it? Something like that, isn't it? can see how much the river has flooded in the last few days with all the rain. It's been right up on the bank side. Oh, I'm getting attacked. I'm in. I'm in. Get us the net, wee Charlie. You bring me the net. Net, I've got a fish. I'll be a little one. I might not need the net, but I'd rather have it. Yeah, it's only a diddy. Oh, it unhooked itself. And it's back in the water. Well, technically it was on the land. Yeah, it was on land. I just want to make sure it did actually, yeah, there it goes. Just shot off. Cool. So we've seen fish. It's alright, you can leave the net with me. Just leave it on the back there. Thank you. Well, now we know there's fish here and chill out here for a bit. If you're quite 64%. Anyway, good afternoon everybody. I'll start this intro again. Welcome back to day number 4, I think it is, of filming down here on the canal. I've come back to the same stretch of water, try another tactic again. I've spent sort of the last 3 or 4 days really talking to people that are down here fishing, seeing what techniques they're using, and the sort of overriding feeling is that there's not very many fish down here. But yet they're all fishing with ginormous crankbaits. You know, shallow divers, surface poppers and things like that, quite large ones. I think sort of the smallest I saw was 4 or 5 inches, although that's a man's 4 or 5 inches. So, and as you know, I've been fishing with the soft plastics, and I've had, yeah, for a beginner, an absolute beginner, probably reasonable success. But today I do actually have another setup, different to the ones that you guys have been seeing. So, and I brought it with me today. So I got this really cheap rod. Well, I say I got it cheap. It's not cheap. It is a cheap rod, but I got it at a good price. I got the Berkeley. Not sure if I've got it in frame there. The Berkeley Urban All Rounder, and it's 0 to 15 grams. It's really light, really sensitive. I've still got because I've only got one reel, still got my Prism X on it, but you may have just seen I've got a tiny 4cm lure on with a size 4 jig head. I may change up to drop shotting later on, so I might work my way up the canal again with the jig head on and come back down with the drop shotting at around about a foot off the bottom. I don't know yet, we'll see. But I'm convinced that there is fish in this water. I've caught a few, and I want to show, you know, in sea fishing, if something wasn't working, we'd downsize. And I see the pros say about downsizing all the time in lure fishing, but I don't see anybody actually putting it into practice around here. Well, I'm going to give it a go today. So let's see what happens today. This might be the last session that I put into this video, regardless of how well it goes, because as I say numerous times in my sea fishing, I'm not sure if I've said it very much in the lure fishing, but this is a video diary. This is about as much about me learning as it is about putting the videos out, as it is about anything else. And it enables me to have a video record of what did and didn't work at what time of year, because the videos aren't held back. They don't, you know, I don't delay release of the video. So what you see working when it's working, or not working when it's not working, is at that time of year what I'm doing as of the date of release of the video. So, you know, you get to see sort of in real time, and I get a record that I can look back on, go, all right, this is what I was trying. It wasn't working. Let's try something else next time. So I've tried a smallish, a medium-ish crankbait. Unfortunately lost that last night, but didn't get any follows on it, didn't get anything on it. I've tried jerk baits, crankbaits, poppers, spinners, and soft plastics, and the only thing I've had fish on has been soft plastics. But you see a lot of fish activity on the surface down here, so I'm thinking I'm going to downsize and see if I can do a bit of what they call, I think they call it wasp fishing. So let's head down to the canal and let's have a look, see what we can find. So let's get my bag on. Let's not trap the rod in the door there. Let's go. Now, I'll take this opportunity just to say, I know I probably have said it a few times, but you never really know what's going to make it through the edit until you're editing. So sometimes you have to spend a lot of time repeating yourself. That most of these sessions are only an hour or so each of these videos, so every time you see me cut to a new day, I only had an hour or so fishing. Oh, the water's cleaned up quite a bit. Let's get straight into it. Now I've got a 2.5 gram jig head on and a 4 centimetre UV spiky shad. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to be able to feel. Oh, I feel quite a bit actually. Yeah, wow, I can really feel the lure vibrating as it goes down. Unless it's the wind on the line, it might be. And straight off the bat, a follow from a small fish. Was very small, probably even still too small for this, but straight off the bat, a follow. Oh, why did that stop? What did my line catch on? Sort that out real quick. I think my line's stuck together. The water was a little bit dirty this last few days, so maybe I've picked something up. I'm going for a sort of medium-ish retrieve. I have to remember that this reel sort of reels in at around about 60 centimetres, I think it's 62 centimetres per crank. So, you know, I need to bear that in mind. Let me just see if I've got that stuck line off. Hang on. Don't know if I'm actually going to be able to throw this very far, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, I've got that sticky line off, that's fine. We'll tram it down the margins, eh? The other thing that I seem to have discovered down here is that it is dark water. It's not dirty water, but it is dark water. So I am finding the oranges and the yellows seem to be getting the most interest. But I do have some natural colours as well. The great thing about these micro lures is they come in packs of 8, so you actually get quite a few for the money. And then she'll be able to get out without me. Now, when I'm at work and the car's sat on the drive, oh yes, we found one. And it's a perch. think we're just going to have to boat flip her, as the Americans would say. There she is. Oh, and she's come off. Come here. There we go. Let's not do what people don't like. Oh, and it's... Oh, come on. There we go. Get that mohawk up for me. There we go. Not a record breaker, but a fish. Beautiful fish. The coloration on them in this water is absolutely stunning. Let's get it back. Let's not hang about. Oh. My bad. Not a brilliant way to release it, but it's back. I've got probably 5 more minutes I can spend. See if we can find another one. That was right in the margin, that one was. Look at that guy. That caterpillar there. Don't know if he'll show up on camera. Right there. Next to my foot. Try and zoom it in the edit. Don't want to take the camera off with me taking the lens cap off. I just think perch are such pretty fish, and they're one of the few coarse fish that aren't slimy. It's the one thing I noticed when I started sea fishing, sort of having vague memories of a kid of coarse fishing. I remember the majority of coarse fish being slimy, you know, roach, rudd, chub, carp, barbel, being slimy, rightly or wrongly. It's just a child memory. And perch aren't. Obviously I've not handled a pike yet. So I don't know about pike. I've caught one, but with me being unfamiliar, I have researched how to handle them. With me being unfamiliar with how to handle them, I didn't want to push it. You know, it was safely in the net. It was safely unhooked. I thought it best to not risk harming the fish or harming myself. I thought it best to just release from the net without picking it up. I really am pushing it time-wise. And we're driving home as the kids are coming out. I'll be driving past them with my head down saying, nope, don't see me. I was never here. I have one more chuck up the margin again. Fish that size are not usually on their own. So we'll overcast and see if we can bring it into the margin again. If we don't get anything in the next couple of casts, we'll be heading off. Thought I had something then. I've got to say, on this ultralight gear though, well, this isn't even ultralight, on this light gear, Little fish are such great fun. You know, that felt like I needed the net to land it, and yes, it would have been nice. I don't know where my net's gone. It's still on my back, but it's not where I like to have it. There it is. Let's have it ready. Not that I think anything much is going to happen in 2 casts, but it swung around the side of my bag and I couldn't get to it, which is no good. Not quite as close as in as I would like it. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the dog heading back. No, I'm not. I'm going to try and get out of this snag. I'm going to have to walk past it, I think. Gotcha. Let's just try over there while this sun's out. Let's try over there in the shade. Yeah. Oh. Nothing. Right, my time is up. So I'll have to do an outro as I'm walking. Nice to end the session on a bit of a high with a fish. On the little sort of perch looking grubtail from the Fox UV range. Well happy with that. I know a lot of people might be, it's only a little fish. I don't care. I don't care. I'm out for a good time, not a long time. And if I catch a big un, I catch a big un. If I catch a little un, I catch a little un. Makes no odds to me, I'm equally as happy. So until next time, don't forget, please do like, share and subscribe. Don't forget that I do also do sea fishing on this channel, although it has been a while. Yeah, but liking, sharing, subscribing, I do know that 60 to 70% of the people viewing these videos is not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, if that subscribe button beneath this video is red, please do press it. It's free. If you want to help support the channel, you can click on join. And that just helps support the channel. I put out special videos when I can. I put out... what on earth's going on down there? There seems to be a fish just swirling and swirling and swirling. See if I can see it. See the bubbles down here? They're actually moving. I think it'd be rude not to just have a quick drop into that, wouldn't it? Go over it. That didn't go over it at all. Yeah, for the members, for the join members, I do try and put members only content out, but I show everything I do, so you know, there isn't much exclusive content. I do appreciate those of you that have chosen to help support the channel, that are members. It is really appreciated. One thing I do for the members is as soon as content is ready, it's released to members only, which can be, you know, a week or two in advance sometimes, depending on how many times I've been out fishing. And if I was to get a decent amount of members, I would consider doing members only lives whilst fishing. But at the moment, for the amount of members I've got, not really feasible. That's better, that's where I wanted to go. I'll just come back over here. It's only, I think, $1.99 a month. Of that, YouTube, I think, gives me about £1.12. So it is appreciated, those of you that have joined, and if you are considering it, it's up to you. I'll be open and honest, like I said. I don't put much content out on there for the members only, but if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, you can support me for as little as $1.99. Right, that's going to be all from me today. Stay safe. Tight lines. And from me and this little guy, I'll see you later. Let's try that again, shall we? Why don't the expensive rods have a little lure keeper on them? Cheap ones do. I don't know. Anyway, see you later.